Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. This is the easy Mad for Plaid blanket, and this is using Bernat Alize Blanket-ez. If you're a beginner knitter or even just a really inexperienced crocheter, this project is actually quite fabulous because it is using Bernat Alize Blanket-ez. So what we're going to be doing is making this particular blanket as you see here. And this is a really easy concept when it comes to working with Bernat Alize. And what we have here, this is upside down and I can tell because I'm experienced. And what this is that we are going to create striping lines just like you see. So I just happen to put it one after another. You can use this idea to really kind of make up your own plaid ideas when it comes to this. So what's gonna happen is that there's a repeat of 4 rows. So it's 1 2 3 of black, and then the 4th is white, and then 1 2 3 black, and then the 4th is white, and it's doing that all the way up throughout your whole afghan. Then what we're going to do, see these vertical lines? We do that afterwards, and you're gonna need a 15mm size P crochet hook and some Bernat blanket in order to do that. So when you're done this particular project with doing the finger knitting itself, you're just gonna have these stripes going across, and what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna bring you back to show you this sample on how to add in the vertical stripes afterward. And again, I think an experienced beginner really would have no problems with this at all. To do this project completely for Bernat Alize Blanket-ez, you're going to need 5 balls of black. You're going to need 2 balls of the cream, which is the whitish kind of color that you see, and then you're also going to need vintage white Bernat blanket to be able to do the vertical. Now the cream on this particular product plus the vintage white on the Bernat blanket is matching its shade so that you can have the beautiful look. Today I'm just gonna be using some spare yarns to be able to show you the concept, but this is what we're going to need today. So my goal in today's video is to show you the concept of going and doing your repeating rows, and I'm just gonna do a smaller sample, but you can do the bigger size sample on camera with me. Just put me on pause in between all the steps. So your first element that you need to do is that you need to unwrap your ball and just put it down. So you'll notice that all these loops are kind of dangling, so do them so the loops are facing upward. Now what I want you to do is that you need to count a total of 64 of these loops. So you just count them. So 1 2 3 4 5. Do all the way to 64 for me, and then what you're going to do is then work across them. So what I'm going to do with you is that I'm only going to do 10 loops. So each one of these equals 1 stitch. So let's just do 10 just to show you. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So there is my 10th here. I'm just putting something there to hold it as I talk to you. So what I want to do is that I want to work my way back and forth, and I want to do 3 rows of this main color, which will be black in your case, and then the 4th color will be the white. My goal today is to show you how to change over those yarns so that you can be able to do that quite quickly, and also give you some tips also to be able to hide in the loose ends when you're changing out colors. So let's work on row number 1. So now that I've got this on, I want you to do it so it's on the left hand side. So the starting the 64th is on the left, and we're gonna work toward the right. What I want you to do with the yarn that's coming from the ball, just lean it over top of the project like so. So it's like a V. What's gonna happen is you're gonna suck that into these here, and if they're already above it, it's just a matter of just picking them up and pulling them through. So starting on the very next loop, I want you to go into the very first one. So just take this out, and just from behind just loop it through. Okay, and then pull up, and then just continue along. So each one of these loops goes into an existing loop. So just moving to your next one, and you will get yourself into a speed. I've been playing with this for a few days, so I find myself the more I play with it, the faster I get. And you're just gonna loop all the way back across your first row. The trick is that you want to turn it around, probably just look, make sure you didn't leave any loops. It's easy to accidentally skip over a loop, so it's easy to just grab the next one. Meanwhile I've skipped over one, and then you'll see it on the back of the project that you skipped one. So let me show you what it would look like if you skipped. So let's just say I accidentally left one behind and I'm not noticing yet, and let me just do one more. When I turn it around, you're going to notice that there is one loop hanging out. So in order to get rid of that, you'll have to pull it out and then just get that one that you skipped, and then just make sure it's in there. You also want to make sure that your loops are not twisted, and I'm not gonna worry about that yet so far. I'm going to worry about it in the row number 3, because you'll be able to really tell at that point, and you can correct it without having to take all your work apart. So you're gonna work all the way across, right into the last one and then stop. So lay it down on a table. It's easier to start this on a table, and you want to pull up on the loops so that you get all of the length out of each loop, and you'll be able to see what's twisted and what's not. You may not be able to tell now if you're not experienced enough, but you'll definitely see it by the time you get to row number 3. So everything looks balanced. All the lines of these should be going in the up motion. So that was row number 1. So row number 2, just shift this now to the other side and scoop it back in so you don't ever turn the project around backwards, and you start with the next loop and do the first one and work your way all the way back to the other side. The nice thing about this is that you don't really need, you are knitting, but the loops are already formed for you. Unlike knitting needles where you form the loops to create the stitch, the loops on this project are already here. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna show you an accidental twist. So I'm gonna just accidentally twist this if you're not paying attention, and I've just twisted it and I put it in. And what's gonna happen is that you'll see it afterward, and there's a way of correcting it. As children, they may not be able to see the twist right away, but as an adult you'll probably see it a lot quicker, and you'll be able to advise. So I'm gonna go across now. This is row number 3, starting in the first one, and I want to show you the accidental twist and how to fix it. So here's my accidental twist, and I want to show you what you can do to see it and how to fix it. So of course you're gonna be a lot wider than these 10 here. You're gonna be a total of 64. And I'm going all the way across, and I want to look at the project and show you the accidental twist. So I'm pulling up on the loops. Okay, so I'm pulling up on the loops. I actually have 3 accidental twists by accident. So I have an accidental twist here, here, and here. Do you see how the lines go straight up? So when you have an accidental twist, which one was purposely but the other 2 were by accident, instead of taking this all apart, what you can just do is just take this loop out and then re-twist it the right way and put it back in. See, it's gone. So let's try it again. So let's do this one. So you're just gonna take out the loop and then twist it the right way and put it back in. Oh, that still looks twisted to me. I probably retwisted it again. Okay, and then do the next one. See how it's twisted? Take it out and fix it. So you're able to go all the way back down to the start of the project. Even if you change color, you'll be able to do that. So now I have my 3 rows complete. So what I want to do is that I want to change color. So here's how I'm gonna do it. To change color, I want you to look at the yarn strand, and I want you to cut beyond the second loop. Okay. Now what I want you to do is that I want you to open up these 2 loops. So keeping it upside down like a horseshoe, ram the scissors up through and clip right in the middle, and that will open up the loop. It doesn't take away the project. It doesn't unwrap the yarn at all. It just opens it up. So just going up from the bottom and right where it's connected, just open it up. Now what I want you to do is that I want to grab another color that will be your secondary color, and I want to start with that color next. To start the next color, I want you to open up the 2 first loops. So going up from the bottom, clip, and the next one, clip. And what I want you to do is that I want you to start immediately with this new loop and just start going across. And you can go across, I would do at least 3 loops in a row before you deal with the starting ends, because then you know they're in there. So what you can do with these starting ends is that you're going to take them and you're gonna put them together and you're going to tie a knot. The reason why you can tie a knot is that these loops are side by side of each other. There's no spaces between them. So you can tie a knot and now they're together, and we're gonna deal with these tails in just a moment. So I'm going to continue then across using the new color. Now there's only one for the contrasting color, which is the creamy, or which is the white. What's gonna happen in this particular case is that it's only once across, and then you're gonna change your yarn again back to the main color and do 3 more rows of the main color and then 1 more row of the white. Okay, so just kind of pulling up, you can see everything is looking balanced, and you're gonna go all the way to the end. And then do the last one, and then that's it. So this is it for that color. So I'm going to trim after the second unused loop. I'm going to open up the 2 final loops. And then I'm gonna grab the other color back in, and I'm gonna open up the first 2 loops. The reason why I'm leaving such a long strand is that I wanna hide it in with the tapestry needle at the end. So just start with the, do at least 3. So just pulling in. If you wanna go all the way across, you can too. So once you get enough in there, just take the 2 strands and tie them into a knot. And I'm gonna show you how to get rid of those. You can leave it for the end of the project if you wish, or you can deal with it now. It's up to you. So then you just continue across. So essentially it's 3 rows of the main color, and then 1 row of the contrasting color in order to have this pattern going all the way across. So let me take a look quickly at the instructions, and I'll be back in just a moment. So the instructions say is to repeat the repeat 28 times. And just to give you perspective is that there is a number of these contrasting colors that are in there. So let's take a look at the sample and let's count those. So you can see how many there are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's one over there, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So you see that there's 14 of these white strips all the way across. So if you were doing this, you'd have 14. And the very final, when you're finished, is that you'll end up with 3 rows of just the main color to be the other side. Eventually what's gonna happen is that you are going to need to fasten off. So to fasten off, all you're just going to do is that you are going to just open up the, so it's gonna be just say we're at the end. So I'm gonna open up the loops after the 2 after. Okay, so that opened up, and all I'm just going to do now is that I'm going to bind off. Okay, so let's bind off. So we just insert this one into the first one, and now that you have the new loop, insert the next one, and you keep doing that all the way across. Nice and easy, right? So you're just feeding them into each other. This is called a bind off, and it looks amazing each and every time. I'd be very consistent on how you're manipulating it so that it looks amazing on the edge, and then you eventually come into the last one and you have an outstanding loop left. So what you want to do is just go back to your yarn strand and cut 2 loops from it. Okay, there's the 2, and I want to open those up. And now using this, and you can use a crochet hook if you wish, or whatever, you want to secure this loop from being able to fall out. So you can just take this yarn and pull it through somewhere on the same color. Now you won't have the like this color right underneath it, but what you'll do is just grab it and you'll just feed it through. You can use your fingers too if you wish, and then just tie a knot. So how do you get rid of all these loose ends anyway? So that's gonna be their thing. So you're gonna have loops that are opened on the outside, but you've already done your ties. So all you're just going to do is that you wanna match the same color. So in this red that I did, I want to feed it through the red section here in the back. So grabbing a tapestry needle, just squish it. It's really soft, squishy. And you want to feed it into the red section staying on this side, so it's the back side of the project, and just weave it in and out of the red. Do not go to the front side of the project. So if you see that yarn strand popping out towards the front side, you know you've gone too deep. So it's not popping out. You're going to go back in the other direction, just burying it underneath, 2, and then eventually 3 times. And you're gonna do that with all your yarn strands that you have, keeping it on the back, and then trim it right down to the project. Now that it's in and out 3 times, it's virtually impossible to get it out. So this is what it would look like, and just say that you've woven in all your yarn tails. Now you'll be ready to do your vertical striping, and we're gonna cover that next. So the vertical striping, we're going to need a size P crochet hook in order to play. It's a 15mm approximately, and what we're going to do is that we're gonna do the surface slip stitch. And what we're going to do is that we need the yarn to come from the back and then bring it forward and go up in between. So each one of these lines that it's on, it's in between a stitch that is going up, and you're just going around the joining strand to it and then doing this particular stitch. So it's really quite easy one to do. You're going to want to look at the project and determine how many that it's beside. I believe that it's on one side of the strand and then on the other to create the double that you see. But again, you can decide what works for you. If you want to change the increments to make it even more plaidier, I don't even know if that's a word, you can do that too. So let's grab your Bernat blanket and let's try. Okay, so here's my sample. I'm just gonna use a different color here. So each one of these, that's a stitch. Do you see them? So they're working in pairs. So what you want to do is that you want to play beside the stitch where it's grabbing onto, and that's the strands that you see in the diagram. So you want to be in between these, so you see how they're staying in groups of 2, just like that. So to start off, you want to keep an extra long yarn tail so that you can use the tapestry needle to hide it in later. And what I would not do, I was just about to do, but what I would not do is start off with a slip knot, because you'll see it. So what you want to do is create a loop. Now in order to do this kind of project, you need the strand coming from the back and not sitting on the front side. So let's just go around the first one. So we're just gonna start right on an edge. Okay, so just go right on an edge and going straight down from the top and then pulling it up. So pull it up like that. And now make sure you have that extra long yarn tail so that you can secure it in later. So you're going to leave this tail so that it's on the underside of the project. So putting your hand underneath the project, you are then going to move up and you are going to see that there's a cross strand. Okay, and you're just gonna go down and then wrap that yarn from behind and onto the hook and bring it through like that, and just kind of tighten things up. So you'll have to get consistent with it, and then just move up to the next one. So you just want to give it a bit of slack so that you don't change the tension, and then just dive in between. So there's a bar right here, so just dive into the next one and wrap the yarn from behind and pull it up and through like that. And what this is doing, it's creating a line. So go to your next one. You may want to just try a sample just to go up, just to get your tension, and then kind of pull it back out and try again. I think it might be a good idea because you'll find you'll get better with this technique as you move along in your afghan. So maybe just one practice would be good. Meaning that you just go all the way up and then just rip it out again and retry. You'll find that you'll probably be better at it. So I'm using my hand in behind. Just pulling back the yarn if there's too much slack. So with my hand in behind, I'm just wrapping it around the hook before bringing it forward. There it is. So you want to go all the way to the upper edge. So you don't want to change your location. Just readjust things. So you don't want to accidentally just move over. You want to keep up in a straight line going all the way to the top. and then just come out to the outside because that's the last one and pull through. So now that I've gone all the way up, you can just kind of adjust things if you want to, give it a good pull, and it should create the solid line that you see. So I'm about to then finish the other side, so I'm just going to trim this work and pull it through. See how I went all the way to the edge? This one here, because of where I started, I need to do that yet. So what I want to do is that I want to come around the edge and then back through. Sorry, let me think about this for a second. So I want to come back through. So that I keep that edge moving up. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to get rid of this strand. So using your tapestry needle again. So obviously the more times you do this, the more you'll have to prepare your yarn. And so you just want to stay on the back side. So you just can just stay close to the gray. Just go once. Do not make it so that it's gonna be causing the project to warp. So you want to pull it so it's snug but it's not changing the warp of the project. And then you do it one last time, a third time. So you never ever want to go to the front side of the project so that you'll see it. And you'll do that with both sides of just securing everything in, just like you see. So you can see that when your tension is a little off, that it may change. So you want to be kind of consistent. So you might want to just try it. So let's try another row just to make sure that we get it. So let's try another row. Keep an extra long yarn tail. Do not create a slip knot first and grab your yarn. Now what I believe that they have is that they have you working on the other side of the other stitch. If you want to move over even further, maybe 2 over, you can do that as well. Again, it's your creativity. You can decide what works for you. So if you go right here, you're gonna have to have a very small line. Maybe you just want to be increment. It's up to you. It's your creativity. You can decide what you think is right for you. So I'm following it up and just gonna start. Sorry, I want to start with going down into the project so that the yarn is on the back side of the project that I can pull through. Let the yarn tail fall out of your hands and work on the other one in behind. So working straight up, and I bet I'm gonna be a lot more confident this time to be able to do it because I'm more comfortable. So you'll find yourself, you may be more comfortable doing this. So if you were using the white color like it was suggesting for the contrast, and then the vintage white of the Bernat blanket, you will find that the colors will match and you'll have like what you see on there. So I can see I'm a little more looser, which I probably should have been to begin with. So again, practice makes perfect. And you're gonna work your way all the way up. I'm making sure that I'm staying exactly where I need to stay, that I don't accidentally jump over. And I believe I just jumped over. So if you're making a mistake, just pull out and look harder. There I am right there, and etc. So this is how you would do this particular concept. I know I'm kind of wasting your time at this point, but you're gonna go straight all the way up and then you'll end up creating this whole neat look, and then you come back and just secure in there. So obviously the more times you do this, the more you have to prepare for that, and then just come back around and then just turn it over and then just weave in your ends, and then you'd be good to go. So this would be how you would do the Mad for Plaid blanket using Bernat Alize Blanket-ez.